What is up? What is up? What is up? This is the Knowledge is Free podcast. What's going on, people? I'm your boy Warren G, the place to be. Been clown free and sucker free since 2003. Hey man, did Jesus come back? Oh, he didn't come back today. I know y'all was at church, but anyway, we gonna get right into it. The Super Bowl for all you super clowns out there. Man, I watched it. I knew exactly what it was gonna be. I had conversations with people, even with my brother. I said, well, LA got exactly what they wanted. They got the Rams into the Super Bowl. So for all you people that's out there that's from California, you like, well, what the fuck is Warren talking about? Well, if you're from California, they're building that stadium in Inglewood, or they've been building it for the last couple of years. Well, guess what? Now that the Rams were in the Super Bowl, guess what that's going to do? It's going to jack up all the prices for homes and everything else as far as businesses, because the Rams were in the Super Bowl. And since they represent LA, guess what's going to happen? Everybody's going to want to be in LA. It's going to make it even more expensive than it already was. So they already got, they did their goal. If you're from LA, they got where they want to be. They got to the Super Bowl, so that's a good thing. For all you Patriots fans, I'm happy for you, because I don't give a fuck who wins or who loses. Tom Brady got another ring, and it wasn't like the niggas didn't cheat the last couple of times. For all you people that didn't realize that, well, he did. They was recording practices and knowing people's plays and shit, deflating balls and doing all kinds of fuckery shit. But it's their league. Who cares? I remember a referee told me this a long time ago that I think Robert Kraft and Jerry Jones are one of the wealthiest owners in the NFL league, if I'm not correct. So with that being said, you know, I think they got a lot of influence on the NFL and where the rules should go and all that. So that shouldn't really bother you if you kind of had a little bit of knowledge of that. If you don't, if you believe in it, fine. But we gonna get down to the nitty gritty. Shout out to all you people that's listening on SoundCloud again. If not, if you watching, I hope this fuck up your day tomorrow. If you do go to work, if you don't, if you do watching it, I hope it just fuck up your day, because I enjoy doing that. Shout out to anybody who be in the chat room. Compton 21, stop acting like you can read. Fuck you, nigga. I can read. But anyway, hey man, I gotta talk about this. Man. Now, I didn't watch football for a long time. I know a lot of people that don't watch football. Now, when have y'all ever seen Dr. Martin Luther King's family and John Lewis out there doing the coin toss? See, this is the shit that I'm talking about, man. Symbolism. And if you notice, for the nigga that said, stop acting like you can read, no, nigga, this what I was fucking reading while you talking that shit, chat room. I was reading an etymology dictionary because I wanted to know exactly the origin of imagery. So, if you open this handy dandy motherfucking etymology dictionary that gives you the origin of words, I'm looking at imagery, an image, and it says an artificial representation of an object or likeness. Imagery, the maker of images. That's a fact. So, with that being said, an artificial representation of an object or a likeness. So, that was artificial. That was all symbolic imagery to me. They don't give a fuck about no niggas tossing the coin for a football game and Roger Goodell's clown ass taking a tour of what black people went through. That white motherfucker don't give a fuck about that shit. This is what trips me out about it, that they put it out there like that. And it's like, when have you ever seen John Lewis's clown ass, who used to get his ass whooped with Martin Luther King when they wanted to be integrated into that system? That's all he fucking did. And that's all he talk about. But I don't never hear that nigga talk about reparations and the land and the resources that's owed to us black people. But the motherfucker always fucking, anytime it's some moment for him to shine, he's always there with his bald head ass. I trip out off shit like that. And Dr. Martin Luther King's daughter is like, what are y'all doing? What are y'all doing? And no, I'm not coming from a let's protest with Colin Kaepernick. Look, first of all, if you want to break it down, I got love for Cap. But Cap gets paid by Nike. which is a part of the system. So let's not get this twisted. And I'm not tripping off that because it's not a big deal to me. But I just want y'all to see the symbolism behind it and the imagery that they trying to portray. You know what I'm saying? And they have, then well, Big Boy's gonna perform and Travis Scott's gonna perform. Big Boy and Travis Scott did 25 seconds and they had clown ass, non-singing ass Adam Levine performing all these bullshit, chicken shit ass songs that the niggas didn't want to see. I'm like, damn, nigga, we want to see hype music. We don't want to see you walk around with a clown ass guitar and sing like we want to hear you sing. It's like, damn, nigga, bring out Big Boy already. And then what kind of segue was that? And then when Big Boy got on the stage and he performed with Sleepy Brown, who sings the hook, I Like the Way You Move, why is Adam Levine up there? It's like, y'all niggas don't get it? I do. Then you got John Lewis out there tossing the coin with Dr. Martin Luther King's daughter, and they making it seem like the NFL care about civil rights. No, the NFL care about niggas watching them games so they get that sponsorship up because they need that money. Robert Kraft and them are not dumb. I admire Robert Kraft and Jerry Jones and all the other motherfuckers that own teams because they're going to make it where their kids are taken care of. And they don't give a fuck about none of this bullshit that niggas got going on. I laugh at how people, they want to take off the next day at work. They treat the Super Bowl like it's a holiday. I'll be dying laughing. Clown, it's not a holiday. And guess what happens the next day? Those football players, they get up and they go to their nice houses and they enjoy their nice lives that they have established for themselves, whether they won or lost. Anybody who lost, they can still go fuck any bitch they want to fuck. They go get whatever car they want to get at that time, and they don't have to go work no clown-ass 9-to-5 job in corporate America like I do. Now, if I'm going to work for the corporate plantation, goddamn, I'd rather be comfortable working there than eating shit what the fuck I'm doing. It's all a corporate plantation anyway. There's a book that I have not read yet called The $40 Million Slave. I got that book. It's down there. I got to read that shit. But I'm just saying, there's a lot of symbols around it. And I was just like, that halftime show was fucking garbage. If you're going to get acts from Atlanta, you want to show tribute to Atlanta, then you get Ludacris. You get Outkast. You get Jermaine Dupri. You get Bone Crusher. That's what you get. You don't get Adam Levine to be parading everybody around. It's like, why is it always a Caucasian man got to parade us around and bring us out? Like when that one girl brung out Missy Elliott. Now, why do you think you can bring out Missy Elliott when Missy Elliott done been around for the last I don't know how many years, dropping hit after hit, writing hits? I just trip off that whole symbol, the imagery behind that and the symbols behind it. Like, oh, you know, here's Roger Goodell taking a tour with Dr. Martin Luther King's daughter, you know, the civil rights leader and the things that he's done. Roger Goodell probably Roger Goodell probably like, damn, I thought Martin Luther King's last name was cool. That's probably what he thinking. He don't give a fuck about that shit. I want y'all to know this. While y'all out there getting all pissed off because Tom Brady won and the Rams lost and your team lost and the other team won and you taking it so serious, how many of y'all are invested in that team? How many of y'all are invested in the stock in that team? How many of you are making money off that team whether they win or lose? I'm not talking about how many bets you put in and if you took the over, the under, or the parlay, or the money line. I don't give a fuck about that shit. I'm talking about long-term investments. How many of you have long-term investment interest in the Rams or the Patriots? Facts. Ooh, I bet you at that game a lot of hot dogs and ketchup and stuff was served. Yeah, because I have the stock, Kraft stock. I have that. Facts. Didn't think about that, huh? Look at all those commercials. I wish I would have bought Budweiser because they definitely showed them in the commercials. See, this is the thing that we need to do. We need to be like all these other motherfuckers and be like, let's not only watch the game, let's make sure that we're making money off the game while it's being played. And stop getting all caught up in, oh man, my team fucking lost. Be like, damn, my team lost, but shit, I want to see how much my stock do tomorrow when I wake up in the morning. That's how you got to be thinking. Because they don't give a fuck. Look, the owners of those NFL teams are mad when their team loses because it's lost revenue for them. Just like basketball, just like baseball, just like hockey. They don't give a fuck about you. You are a slave. Yes, Caucasians, you too. So if you don't think that you are a slave, you are sadly mistaken. We are all slaves in this system. Y'all have to understand that. And stop reading into the situation like it's a good thing for you. You have to know how to watch it from a subjective perspective and then be objective about certain things too. See, I was watching all that. Then you got clown ass. Oh yes, I'm gonna get on Gladys Knight too. Gladys Knight, you sang the national anthem, and I'm not knocking you for singing it and doing that shit. I'm not knocking that, but I'll tell you this. You sang Francis Scott Keys' song, and Francis Scott Keys was a well-known racist who owned tons of slaves, and he felt like black people were inferior to whites, and God put them on this planet to be their slaves. That's what he got from the Bible that y'all was reading when y'all went to church today. So try to hurry up and get home so you can cook for the Super Bowl. That clown ass shit. I think it's funny, especially from my brothers and sisters. Like I said before, you better go check out Tone Talks. Tone Talks on YouTube breaks down the wealth racial gap. Caucasians own 90% of the nation's wealth. Black people own 2.6% of the nation's wealth. And out of that 2.6%, 2% of it is held in the hands of boomers, and 6% is Michael Jordan, Oprah, Puffy, Jay-Z, and Floyd Mayweather, and Bob Johnson. That's how much we own out of the wealth. I'm not telling y'all not to enjoy football and not have a good time. You're supposed to enjoy it, but don't take it literal like it's real. Remember that imagery. I told you what the etymology of it is. It is the artificial representation of a subject. That's what the fucking etymology dictionary tells me. Etymology is the origin of words, ladies and gentlemen. I'm not like I'm trying to get so deep and pull something out of it. I'm just telling, we can't take it literal. I know a lot of motherfuckers that take off work. I work with people that take off and party all night and act like it's some type of holiday. But clown, you still got to get up and go to work the day after that. Facts. And you done spent all that money buying beer and booze and bullshit and cooking and doing all this clown shit and spending your hard-earned money on entertainment to watch other people get paid to carry a football or a basketball or hit a puck into the goal. And you can say, well, that's entertainment. You just born. That's okay. Long as my stock portfolio is cool and my mutual funds are doing what they're supposed to do, I ain't tripping. And my 401k is straight. I have no problems. Oh well. Gotta think smarter, not harder. Stop integrating yourself into that virtual reality world like you think you're a part of that team. You have no vested interest in that team. And Robert Kraft don't give two flying fucks about no niggas unless they running the football for him. And stop being upset that that's the way it is. That is life. Most people don't even respect black people unless they entertaining them. And that's all across the goddamn United States of America. If you're not entertaining them, rapping, singing, buck dancing, running a football, cleaning a toilet, valeting a car, being a server at a restaurant, they don't even think you belong here in the first goddamn place. That's a fact. And they will treat you as such. And you have to understand that. That's why when I watch that shit, I'll be laughing my ass off. But some of it was getting a little disheartening, and I'm watching, I'm like, okay. Especially when you look up, when they zoom in, and you see Robert Kraft and all his Caucasian family members jumping around and all this other shit, and I'm like, wow. The Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan was not fucking lying. It is the slave plantation. And you have to understand that. Everybody has to understand that. I'm talking about to melanated brothers and sisters. You need to understand what it is. And stop thinking that it's real. It's controlled entertainment. Tom Brady been cheating for years. So why did y'all think something else was going to happen? Oh, you thought, the Rams was going to do it? Oh, and then you look at the Saints, the New Orleans Saints. They trying to protest and do all this. Man, the NFL don't give a fuck about that shit. Y'all think they care about that? Man, please. You can protest all you want. It doesn't mean a goddamn thing. Protesting is for suckers, just like voting is. Sorry. You might get mad, but voting means to wish. There's a difference between voting and electing. You're not an elector. You're not a part of the electoral college vote, so I don't want to hear shit about that either. So that's why I look at things and I'll be laughing, because some people take this shit serious. Oh, my team lost. Nigga, you gotta... Look, this is what really makes me laugh. When I be at the corporate plantation and motherfuckers be arguing over what football team, or they think that they got such a vested interest in that team. That's how dumb, deaf, and blind people are. To me, this is my perspective. I don't have any vested interest in none of that shit. So I don't give a fuck. Because them motherfuckers don't pay none of my bills at the end of the day. They're rich when they wake up in the morning, and you a broke motherfucker that gotta go report to a motherfucker that probably don't have no education and telling you what to do. Facts. And even if they do got an education, I bet you they probably don't know a goddamn thing about a department that they're running. This is a fact. I don't know why we cling on to the symbolism. Oh, they got black people out there. They got, you know, Gladys Knight singing the national anthem. Look, you wanna show me you serious? Stop making motherfuckers singing the national anthem because you know it's a racist song. I bet you if niggas made us, matter of fact, they made LeBron apologize for quoting lyrics from 21 Savage talking about, I'm trying to get this Jewish money. Oh, and didn't 21 Savage get deported or get detained by immigration? Right. Man, please. They made LeBron apologize. No, you can't even give us props on the song. You can't even recite lyrics about what Jews do. So with that being the case, why is it we can't say nothing about Jews at all, but we can keep singing a song that was detrimental to black people, that a Caucasian, probably a Jew, because if you read The Secret Relationship Between Jews and Blacks by the Nation of Islam, I did read that book. I think there's a volume 1 and 2. I forgot which volume that I own. And that song is a racist song. And let me tell you this. Not only is it a racist song, they took a lot of parts of that song out so you can just sing. You know, they edited certain parts of the song, but you're still singing it. And it was written by a racist motherfucker, period, who did not like niggas and thought niggas was here to be slaves. Facts. Just like a lot of you religious people out there that are in these religions, and a lot of these religions were taught that black people had tails. Facts. May not want to believe it, but it's the truth. Stop believing in these symbolisms and this imagery that they trying to portray. And Dr. Martin Luther King, everybody want to quote that, oh, I have a dream and all this other shit. Why don't y'all talk about that last speech he made before he got killed, when he talking about bank black? Take your money out of the white banks, put them in the black banks. We need the money. Where's the money at that is owed for us? Oh, nigga dead. Fuck that. Guilty nigga. Let's kill this motherfucker. And all those niggas that was around, including Messy, Jesse, and all them, they know what the fuck is going on. That's a fact. And if you don't believe me, look, y'all don't have to take my motherfucking word for it. Go look up the national anthem for your motherfucking self. I'm not telling none of my people to stop. I want y'all to watch football. I want you to watch basketball. I want you to watch baseball. I want you to watch all those things and enjoy it. I just don't want my people to get encapsulated in that virtual reality, the Matrix, and thinking that you're somehow a part of it. You're not a part of it. These people do not know you. They don't give a fuck about you. And they're paid no matter if you there or not. That's all I want you to know. I don't want you to stop watching it and all that. No, keep watching it. Look, a lot of the reason why I ain't watch football is because I'm busy on Sunday, not because I ain't watched it. A lot of the reason why I ain't watch basketball because I'm busy, not because I wouldn't watch it. I'd watch the shit. Just know what you're watching and know that it's controlled entertainment. It's a fact. Let me shout out the chat room real quick. Compton 22, one preach. The national anthem is completely racist. Everybody black should know that. It's a fact. Hey, man, I try to tell y'all motherfuckers this shit is a fact. I just want you to know what it is. Because you definitely can't make no song talking about Jews are responsible for racism and fuck Jews and fuck them and all that. You can't make no song like, make a song like that and let's see what type of airplay you get. That's a fact. Make a song like that. I don't give a fuck if you took one part of the verse out. They'll be like, this song will never see the light of day because it was still intent on talking shit about Jews. But they can make songs about us all day long. And isn't it so much irony behind it that the song was about how niggas ain't shit and we slaves, and niggas are the ones that sing it the best? Y'all don't see the imagery behind that? Just like niggas was Caucasian was mad at Beyonce because she did that whole fucking salute and all that other shit in, I think, 2016. And then I had to break that down when we were watching it with some of the people I was around. And I remember I said, first of all, let's break this down. Beyonce is on what record label? And everybody was like, well, I think it's Columbia. Yeah, she was on Columbia Records. Okay, and Columbia Records is under CBS, which is Columbia Broadcasting Station. Facts. So you gotta do your research. So she was allowed to do that. That was a fact. So you gotta look at the imagery and the symbolism that they put behind it. I'm telling you. All right, man, I appreciate it, chat room. Chat room said they gotta bounce. One of the people, hey, appreciate you watching. Keep watching, man. This is what we do over here. I'm spitting the real. Now, they had some great commercials and during the, you know, during the breaks when they had commercials. But I'll tell you this. Probably the best commercial was the one with all the NFL players in it. That was the best commercial out of all of them. All the rest of them was kind of whack and clownish to me. But I digress. I just want everybody to wake up. Don't be sad. Don't be upset. Oh, I just wanted Tom Brady to lose so bad. I get it. You want him to lose. But even if Tom Brady would have lost, he would have woke up wealthy. Because he's going to be a wealthy white man, not a rich one. He's going to be wealthy. Just like Tony Romo's juiced in. He stunk up the joint playing quarterback, but he still managed to be a broadcaster. I'm not saying that niggas ain't too, but you better be a goddamn running nigga in the NFL to be a broadcaster. That's a fact. I'm telling you, these are facts. I just laugh at a lot of these things. And you like, why, woman? Why you going hard? Because I'm just going hard on the people that got to work 9 to 5 jobs every goddamn day. And they take it so serious and act like they have vested interest in these teams. And they reroute their whole life about it. And, oh, I gotta watch it. Hey, I used to be that way when it came to the, you know, to the Miami Heat. When it came to the Lakers in the early 2000s, mid 2000s. Oh man, I gotta have off, man. I gotta go to the sports book and watch that shit. I gotta have some beer, make sure I watch it, man, because this is my entertainment. Man, I used to be mad when my teams would lose. I would literally wake up pissed off about it. Mad at the world. And then as I got older, I just was like, why the fuck am I mad at these motherfuckers when these niggas is getting paid? Now, NFL contracts are shitty. That's a fact. You can fucking break your knee and end your career. Well, only $1 million was guaranteed. The other $40 million was depending on if you did this, this, and this. So we're only paying you $1 million, and they don't give a fuck. NFL stands for not for long. That's what it stands for. So all this imagery that they posting for John Lewis with his clown ass and all these other people, be like, oh man, why you going hard on John Lewis? Why you going hard on Dr. Martin Luther King? Because when the fuck are these motherfuckers gonna be like, where's the resources and the money that y'all owe us? And I'm not talking about for niggas that came from Africa and Nigeria and fuck all that. I'm talking about DOS, descendants of fucking slaves. That's what I'm talking about. I'm not talking about Nigerians and all these motherfuckers that come from Africa that treat us like shit anyway and team up with the white motherfuckers and be shitting on us. And the Ethiopians that act like they don't know us and all this other shit. These Ethiopians better be thankful for Nipsey Hussle. Because if it wasn't for Nipsey Hussle, a nigga really wouldn't give a fuck about no Ethiopian. That's a fact. Because a lot of them motherfuckers treat niggas like shit too. See, that's how hard we have it. That's why I be like, don't put your mind and soul into any of this entertainment, whether it's Major League Baseball or hockey or football. I'm talking about to my people. You Caucasian, you want to do that, do what you want to do. I'm talking to my people. Now, if you Caucasian and you want to know the real game, come fuck with me. Because I tell you a fucking slave too. You better look at for all you Caucasians out there that may ever listen to this, go look at your social security card. Turn it around, look at the back, and look at those numbers in red. That's your slave identity number. Because you're born into debt. And if you get the original copy of your birth certificate, it's going to have bank stamps on them. So you're a slave just like us, clown. You just get better privileges because of the color of your skin. And that's a fact. And if you don't believe me, go try to run up on Robert Kraft and say, hey man, I got this project going. Matter of fact, you're not even going to get within 5 feet of him. Because he's in a class system that you're not a part of. But they're so great at making you feel like because you're white, you have privileges. But yeah, you have privileges, but you're not like the other wealthy white Americans that have money and status. So if something happens to you, and maybe you might need some health benefits or something like that, and then let's say you have health insurance, but your deductible is too goddamn high, guess what? Let's see if one of these wealthy motherfuckers come out and pay your high deductible. Sorry, because they don't give a fuck about you. But back to my people. I'm just talking to my people that take this shit literally, thinking that they're a part of the team. I often have to tell people that. Man, we won. No, you mean they won. You didn't win, clown. You didn't win shit. They won. You didn't win a motherfucking thing. And that's a fact. Look, let me tell you something. I can't watch today. You know, don't they do like a little parade and all this? I just want to see how everybody's gonna act and how people gonna be mad and frustrated. You know, when I get to work, the corporate plantation, I'll be laughing at these motherfuckers because you're gonna hear conversations. Oh well, Brady, he did his thing. He was supposed to win and all this other shit. Then you're gonna hear, oh well, was it Gar? Oh, he was a rookie and this wasn't his, this was his first Super Bowl and they were scared and everybody gonna have all these opinions on what should have happened. And guess what's gonna be happening? This is what's gonna be happening, y'all. I'm gonna be looking at my stock portfolio. I'm gonna be laughing at these motherfuckers as the stock goes up and goes down. That's what I'm gonna be worried about. I don't give a fuck about no goddamn football game. And I'm not just talking about your 401k at the job either. That's what I'm be looking at. I'm going to be going on E-Trade and looking at my goddamn stock portfolio and my mutual fund portfolio like all the other Jews are doing. That's a fact. And all the other Caucasians that are raised to think that way. See, we get so mad at the Caucasians and look at them like, they got all the money. Yeah, you right. They have all the money, they got all the wealth, they kept us behind, and that's a fact. But like the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan, who was taught by the most high Honorable Elijah Muhammad, like he was taught, study them. You can learn a thing or two. And see, after studying and watching how they move and looking at certain things, they're sending their kids to school. They're shopping at the Goodwill. They're eating shit pie. They don't have to go eat at the fanciest restaurants and wear the chains and dress fresh and all that. They're investing, not buying. They're investing. Well, you can say, well, they got the wealth to do that. You're right. They do got the wealth to do that. But the little bit of wealth that you do have, why wouldn't you want to invest it? Watch the Super Bowl and then be like, ooh, look at all the things they promote, like Budweiser. So look at that. Let me look up what the stock price is on Budweiser. So when I watch the Super Bowl the next time, I can be like, yeah, my shit about to make money. That's what we need to be worried about. That's just my opinion. I'm not saying I'm correct. And I'm not saying I've always thought this way, because I haven't always thought this way. But if you read certain books, like Dr. Francis West Welsing's book, The ISIS Paper, it talks about football and sports and how, how it's a plantation. And it's true. Listen to how people speak and how they say, oh, my owners and my owners and my owners this. And we have I watch football and basketball. After you watch the basketball game, what do they usually say? We have the greatest owners in the world. Listen to how that sounds, ladies and gentlemen. We have black men, just listen, black people, black men saying we have the greatest owners in the world. What does that sound like to you? We have the greatest owners in the world. That sounds like the goddamn plantation. Facts. What do you think the combine is? That's what they used to do to niggas. How you jump? You better get the secret relationship between Jews and blacks. That book will have you pissed off. How they would post things when a black woman would run away. Nigger wench missing. Nappy hair. Dirty, dingy, holy skirt, dingy shoes. This is how they would describe us. So that's why I be looking like, come on, man. When you look at the combine, I'm not saying you're not supposed to watch football. I'm not saying you're not supposed to do that. I just want people to know it's controlled entertainment. It's not real. They don't give a fuck about you. They don't care about none of that shit. That's a fact. Remember that. This is the Knowledge is Free podcast. I thought I would hit y'all up with a quick over the dome show. You can check me out Wednesdays 6:30 to 7:30, Thursdays 6:30 to 7:30, Friday 6:30 to 7:30. Those are the days I be doing it, and then Sundays I do it. I did it a little late because I want to watch the halftime show, the intro and all that. But normally on Sundays I do about 6:30 to 7. So that's when you can catch me. Please hit the bell, subscribe button, the like button. If you didn't like it, we can talk about it. That's a fact. But if you just on some hating shit, you just on some hating shit. But I'm not just running my mouth. You can fact check everything I'm fucking saying. Everything I'm fucking saying. That's a fact. Francis Scott Keys was a fucking racist. And if you notice, they ain't ever took that song away. Change the song. Change the national anthem. Have us sing something else. But they'll never do it. That's a fact. They will never do it. And you will never hear no wealthy Caucasian come out and say, oh, what's that in the chat room, Shawnee Brown? For all y'all that's listening on SoundCloud, y'all hear me mention the chat room sometimes. You'll never hear no wealthy Caucasian come out and say, you know what, we need to change the national anthem because that guy who wrote that was racist. I don't agree with none of that shit. You'll never hear that. But niggas ain't, have we forgot about that governor that was dressing up in blackface and standing next to KKK? I wonder if they're gonna make him step down as governor. And I did some digging for the chat room, Shawnee Brown, my bad. I did some digging, and I think it was 2 black governors in the whole history. You tell me if you know what that is. I know you named one of them, but I heard that it was only 2. That one you named and another person. That was 2 black governors in the history of the United States. But we don't see nothing wrong with it. Oh, and let me tell you another thing. Why is there no black NFL owners? Never thought about that, huh? Where's the black NFL owners at, people? Where are they? Don't tell me we ain't got the money. We got Floyd, we got Oprah, we got Jay, we got Diddy, we got Dame Dash, we got Bob Johnson. We got a couple of billionaires. Why is it we don't own an NFL team? Because that's the boys club, ladies and gentlemen. They don't give a fuck about niggas. See, it's symbolism. It's imagery. All imagery. And don't get it twisted. I don't care how much Roger Goodell and Dr. Martin Luther King's daughter take a tour of what's been happening to black people all this time. Man, that's image. They just putting up an imagery. Or they're trying to frame this picture of, oh, look, we they do care about black people. And then us as dumb black people be like, oh, that's cool. No, nigga. Just like they had non-singing ass Adam Levine jumping around stage with Big Boy. That was terrible. Big Boy only did 1/2 of a song. That was horrible. It was horrible. That halftime show was terrible. Who came up with that? God damn. No, why couldn't Big Boy headline the goddamn halftime show? Exactly. Because it's not our shit. And we have to know that. You want to think that we're included? then why don't you start asking other white people, why ain't no black people on no NFL football team? They'll come up with every goddamn excuse. It's called white fragility. They'll deflect. Because they don't see nothing wrong because it's beneficial to them. Because they look like them. That's why when you go on a corporate plantation, everybody is Caucasian. And they don't see nothing wrong with that. And then they'll sprinkle in a few niggas here and there. And then the niggas that get on there start fighting each other to get attention from white daddy so they can get a pat on the head. That's a fact. That's why I don't like to do no arguing with niggas on the goddamn corporate plantation. If I feel like I'm going to argue with them, I just won't say nothing to them. And if they don't say nothing to me, good. And I just ain't got shit to say because I don't have time to be arguing with no niggas and wasting time when we got in the first goddamn place. That's a fact. And I really don't have time to be trying to unplug black people from understanding that the NFL is just symbolism. It's not real. And it's not for you. It's for you to be entertained. It's not for you to be an owner or benefit off of it. It's for you to be entertained and pay your money. That's a fact. And for them to be laughing at niggas as they high-fiving each other in the skybox and Caucasians sitting front row. I watch so many goddamn NBA basketball games. Unless you a celebrity, unless you are a black celebrity, you're not sitting courtside unless you're a black celebrity. I'm telling you. Shout out to the chat room. Shawty Brown says NFL stands for not for livestock. That's how we are viewed. That's a fact. Because according to Dr. Hiawatha Kamene, he said that. That's where I got that from. How he was like, well, we were the first slaves. Where you think livestock came from? From us. Livestock. That's a fact. Another, hey man, for all y'all that's listening on SoundCloud, you gotta check this shit out loud. That's a fact. Chat room, man, that's a fact. Shawty Brown, livestock can't purchase each other. We can't. That's a fact. And we are livestock. That's a fact. That is a fucking fact. Man, that's a fact. That's kind of scary, but it's true. No, we cannot purchase each other. Not in their system. Now, when the Muslims, the Moors, and everybody was, had the slavery thing going on, which we weren't treating each other like that. And then they started making trades with the Europeans and stuff like that. That's when we were able to trade each other. But once the Europeans took the format of what the Moors had going on, they was like, fuck that. We'll never let niggas be in power again. Fuck that. We finna do it our way. And that's why they've been ruling for the last 500 years. If you ask your average white person what a Moor is, they'll be like, niggas don't even know what Moors are. So I know white people don't. White people are under this illusion that they've been ruling the world for the last since the beginning. If you told them that the Moors were responsible for civilization, they'd be like, yeah, right. Who told you that? Niggers responsible for civilization? And then when you start breaking out them facts, they'll be like, oh shit, for real? All you gotta look, black people, if you don't know the intricate details, I don't know a lot either. I don't know shit. But if you wanna know a little bit, this is how you can bust a motherfucking white person or any other person over the head. Not just white people, any other race over the head. If you say, if black people weren't responsible for math and science and civilization, then how did we get geometry? Oh, but the Pythagorean theorem. Well, how did he get it? Because he didn't build those pyramids. So how did he get it? Because the pyramids predate Pythagoras. So how did he get it? Oh, because the pyramids were built in Egypt, which is in Africa. Exactly. Facts. So whoever wins the war gets to rewrite history. That's what I think. And since the Library of Alexandria was raided by Alexander the Greek with Aristotle and Socrates and Pythagoras and Plato, it's a known fact that he let him rename all that shit. That's why you have the Pythagorean theorem. Ladies and gentlemen, come on, black people. You can't possibly think that these motherfuckers are responsible for math when the fucking pyramids predate them. It's a fact. That's why they don't talk about the pyramids in high school or in middle school. No, they only talk about European education, and that's a fact. And remember that. And that shit is not gonna change. You have to understand what it is. I'm telling you, that's a fact. Hey man, I just thought I'd reach y'all up. I know people's probably enjoying the NFL night and all this other shit. Hey, I'm sorry I did it so late. I'm going to try to be on time this Wednesday, Thursday, and this Friday, but definitely Wednesday. You can find me on the No Way Out. It's under the No Way Out podcast, but it is a knowledge-free podcast. The No Way Out is with me and Nuke. Shout out to Nuke. But I do this every Wednesday, Thursday for show between 6:30 and 7. I appreciate everybody subscribing and listening. Like the homies in the chat room. Hey, look, I'm going to tell you this before I get off. Shawnee Brown, you know what's the other cat's name that be on there too? There's a couple of people that be on there. Now watch. You know this. Now, it's only a couple of y'all. I guarantee y'all in a year, it's going to be more and more and more. Watch. And we're going to build this shit up. And it's going to be hella motherfuckers on this shit. That's a fact. I'm putting this shit out there. And then after that, you already know how we do each other. I'm talking to my chat room motherfuckers right now. Shawnee Brown, you already know how we do each other once somebody gets popping. What do we do to each other once somebody gets popping? This is what I think. Once a nigga gets popping, now niggas gonna be beating your door down to be on the podcast. Now you ain't gonna be able to get niggas off. But niggas will forget. But niggas will forget when it was just me and a couple of people in the chat room and my homegirl Nuke. Niggas will forget. I remember when it used to just be Shawnee Brown in it. Now we got more people in it. Just remember that. The shit is growing. It's gonna grow no matter what. That's a fact. Because I'm not on here being Creflo Dollar asking niggas for no, man, I ain't with that shit. Fuck all that. That's one. Two, I'm not on here clout chasing, trying to get a whole bunch of views and likes and all that other shit. I don't give a fuck about that shit, man. I don't care. Fuck all that. We on here to speak real game. And that's a fact. That's why I always say this channel might not be for you, especially if you're not black, because you might not can stomach it. Now, for all my Caucasian brothers and sisters who love this channel and all my other races that love this channel, I appreciate you. I appreciate you as well, too. Because there's some real other races that's like, I ain't with that shit. And there's a couple of them out there. And I fucks with them. But for all you motherfuckers that's hating all this other shit, nah, man, get the fuck away from me. And I'm talking about to my own people. Because, boy, we will hate each other. So all y'all that have to go to the corporate plantation, tomorrow I want you to take inventory of how motherfuckers is acting on the job. You're going to see a lot of mad people. You're going to see a lot of sad people. You're going to see a lot of people that's not happy. I got to read the chat room, especially if you're a clown. That's a fact. You're going to see a lot of clown shit too. You're going to see a lot of clown shit at work. You're going to see a lot of clown shit throughout the years. This podcast is going to grow. It's going to be other motherfuckers that fuck with it. I like the chat. I like people in the chat. It was a nigga, I think it was Screwhead, who brung up when Kanye West said that, remember when he said George Bush doesn't like black people? I forgot all about that shit. And all those people in New Orleans died. And they talk about, well, we gave y'all warning and told y'all to leave. Nigga, what? You talking to people that have no fucking generational wealth and they have nowhere to go, no people, no nothing. You talking about, oh, we told y'all to leave. Man, get the fuck out of here. That's a fact. So look, let me tell you this too, to the chat room. I love it like this. I love building things from the ground up and making it something big. But let me tell y'all this, when it do become big, nigga, Warren ain't gonna change and be on no coon Sambo shit and start altering what I talk about because we got a whole bunch of people. Fuck all that. It's gonna stay exactly the way it is. And probably the majority of the time it'll be me. And then when Nuke comes, it's gonna be me and Nuke. That's a fact. That's it. And if you go back and listen to all the beginning ones, when it wasn't a live feed, when we would upload it, it was me and Nuke. Or it was me by my motherfucking self. I got 2 guest appearances on my podcast. One was a special pop-up, and then I did a Thanksgiving one with my niece. But other than that, you ain't gonna see too many people on here. That's a fact. Unless they consistent. And I don't want no clout chasers. But you already know how people do it. You know how we do each other. We do not like to support until it becomes lit or popping. You know how it is. But this is the Knowledge is Free podcast. I appreciate everybody listening. I want everybody that's listening on SoundCloud, and everybody that's watching on YouTube, and this is a fact. If you going to work tomorrow, don't say nothing. Just listen. Listen to what the fuck is going on. Don't say nothing. I know it's going to be hard for you not to say nothing because that's your team. But I want you as a black person, just be like, I'm going to do what Warren say. I ain't going to say shit. I just want to see how people going to act. And how many people going to be talking about it. How many people going to be angry and trying to, well, no, because he didn't pass the ball and, you know, they didn't run it enough. Just watch how vested people are in that. But when you ask them about their insurance policy, when you ask them about the generational wealth that they should have for their children, they going to look at you like you fucking crazy. It's a fact. Ask them, well, what are you doing to plan to pass on to your kids? Because we have a lot of parents that's out here that's just living their life for themselves and not for their children. Like Dame Dash said, you keep saying I. I'm talking about my kids. That's a fact. Anybody got nieces and nephews? And come on, man. We got to educate them. That's a fact. So when you go in there to that corporate plantation, just be an observer. Take inventory on what the conversation is about. Because I do. I be laughing at work a lot. Before I get off this shit, I'm about to tell y'all, I'll be laughing so fucking much on the inside. And when I'll be laughing. Man, I'll be laughing so hard because I'll be like, man, I work around a bunch of dumb motherfuckers, man. I'll be laughing my ass off. And you like, well, Warren, you think you so smart? You goddamn right I'm intelligent because I know we all slaves in this bitch. And you motherfuckers come to work to seek attention from people that you wouldn't even be friends with outside of this job if you didn't have to work with them. That's one. Two, you don't have no vested interest in common with each other because everybody got their own shit going on. But I just laugh because people come to work to tell all their personal business and talk about the football game and all this other shit like they making money when all the people that's at the helm of that corporate plantation you working at, they're the ones that actually can enjoy that live entertainment and that structural entertainment. You cannot. That's a fact. Hey, man, I appreciate everybody watching this shit. I appreciate you. If you're listening, I appreciate you. I will see y'all on Wednesday, 6:30. I'm out. And by the way, I'll say this again. If you was watching Super Bowl with your baby mama and then you need to go to the store to get some milk for the kids, you stop by bitch's house real quick. She got that motherfucking GPS on your phone. You already know what my saying is. Guilty, nigga. I'm out. Peace.